Yo, welcome back to Quote the Raven, man. I had to re-record the beginning of this video, so if it sound like it's interference or like a cut in between it, it's because I had to re-record the beginning, cut off the beginning in the other recording because so much static and shit was popping through the mic that I didn't realize was happening until I went back and listened to it. So it's gonna be some some shit that's cut off in the beginning of the video. So I'm re-recording the beginning of the video to say I appreciate you for joining me. Thank you for clicking on the video. You didn't have to and you did. So if you're here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I appreciate you. We're about to get into it. Yes, sir. Hey, we back with another one. Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, showdown at the bank. 1 o'clock on Sunday. I'm actually glad this game is at 1 o'clock. I be wanting to watch. I got other obligations that I'm supposed to be fulfilling as far as like breaking down Raw, and I have not been able to do that because they put the Ravens on Monday. And I said in a previous video, bro, I'm not watching Raw over. I'm not watching no wrestling. SmackDown, Raw, NXT. I'm not watching none of that shit over the Ravens play. Not happening because the Ravens only play 16 games unless you make it to the playoffs and the Super Bowl and so on and so forth. But welcome back to another video. I done said that 3 times. We got the Chargers coming into the bank this weekend, man. They coming off of 3 straight wins or 4 straight wins maybe. Either way, they balling. They got some big dubs. They beat Cleveland last week in a comeback. They was down 14. They beat Mahomes. They went into Kansas City and beat Mahomes. Them boys beat the Raiders too, I believe. They only lost this season was to Dallas, a game that they could have won that game. So the Chargers legit, bro. As be spoken, that's why I sound like this. But biggest state. So this is gonna be an interesting game because I think that this could be a high scoring game because neither defense is really that great. And you're gonna hear people talk about how Anthony Averett had a bad game last week against, well, not last week, on Monday night. My boy Double A he struggled Monday night. But listen, we've been talking about Double A on every single one of these Quote the Ravens. So if you've been following me, you will know Anthony Averett, Double A, has not played bad all year. That was his first bad game this year. And I see a lot of people piling on to him right now, and I just think that's to me that's misguided criticism. Yeah, he struggled on Monday. He should clean. I'm pretty sure we ain't gonna talk to him. He gonna clean that up. But that's really been his only bad game so far this season. Mind you, Double A wouldn't be starting if Juice was healthy, because it would be Tavon, Juice, Marlowe, and Smith would be the backup. You gotta think he done been elevated what 2 whole spots. So and to me, obviously Tavon Young being in the slot, you could tell. Like I said earlier, I think my first video was like I can't keep giving Tavon credit because he never healthy. Now he healthy and he do look like one of the better slot corners in the game. So yeah, like Double A will be fine. I think he will be fine. He had a bad game Monday. Everybody struggled here and there, bro. He will be fine. The problem on why I think this game could end up being high scoring, for one, the Ravens could have a better run game than we've had this year. So far, the best running back for the team been Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna keep saying every video, and I know that the Ravens ain't listening to this, but shit, I don't care. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep tweeting it. Baltimore need to go trade for Mark Ingram. It's not gonna cost them much. I know Baltimore love their draft picks. And when you can snatch Lamar Jackson away, he with late round draft picks or late picks in the late round draft picks, then I get it. You want to keep them picks and shit. However, Mark Ingram could fill a big need right now. For one, like I keep saying, he know the playbook. Lamar trusts him. I'm pretty sure the offensive coordinator Greg Roman trusts him. So I really still think they need to go get Ingram. Murray have moments where he looks straight. Bell was inactive. Taysom Williams does not look good to me. Like he had a couple moments early in the season where he looked straight. I really think that was more of a product of Lamar Jackson and the offense more than it was him individually. But I think the running backs are starting to be weeded out now. right now at running back, we are not good enough. And while I don't think Austin Eckler for the Chargers is like a top 5 back or nothing like that, that motherfucker can catch out of the backfield. And it's funny because that seems like that's what the Chargers specialize in with their running backs every time they have a running back that's not LT. Even LT could catch, but it seemed like now since LT, all they running backs is more of like receiving backs more than like real legit running backs. But Austin Eckler, he a talented running back, so I'm not saying he can't get loose, especially with the Ravens linebacking core struggling. Like the Ravens can't tackle. That's why this game will be a very interesting game. Just look at these games, man. Monday night, yeah, the offense started off slow. The offense keeps starting off slow, and that's why Lamar said in his presser, like, I would like to have a comfortable lead instead of having to play these type games. Like, it's shit fun for the fans. It's not fun for me. Now, hey, after we win it is fun because I'm glad that's something that's on his legacy, that's on his resume. Like, damn, what a legacy game. You know what I'm saying? But nah, them bitches is not fun. You know what I'm saying? With your heart pounding, hoping that motherfucker missed the field goal. Nah, B. And then tape. Oh my goodness, none of that shit was fun. Y'all saw that shit where Shannon Sharp said he would have told what he would have done when he was trying to tell Tavon how to deal with Jack Doyle bitch ass. That shit was hilarious. But yeah, I think the linebacking core for Baltimore, they have to do something. They Wink even addressed Patrick Queen and Malik Harris today. Now, if you've been following my videos, and I'm pretty sure you have, I done addressed them every single fucking video. It has not been a single Ravens video where I've not addressed Patrick Queen and Malik Harris. Now, I gave Malik Harris a pass because I said Malik Harris would not be starting if LJ Fort was healthy. So I'm a little bit lenient on Malik Harris because he didn't start last year either. So you got to understand, this is much like a quarterback who's starting out of nowhere who wouldn't be starting, like Trey Lance or something. Like Malik Harris is not. I don't think he's ready to be a star. Now I know I'm the same way. You're gonna probably say, well, it's other guys in the league who they wasn't supposed to be starting. They come in and they immediately make impacts. I agree. That's why I can't give him a full pass. But I do have to give him a slight little, like a 30-minute hall pass, bro. Because, like I said, he wouldn't be starting. Now, with that being said, it don't look like like I said, I done watched every single game. And it's hard for me to tell you with a straight face he done been improving each game. But then again, I can't. Yeah, it's very hard to say that. Oh man, he done been, because I feel like a lot of times Chuck Clark and Tavon Young save these linebackers. It's really sad that Tavon Young and Chuck Clark are better tacklers than our linebackers, bro. It's pathetic. It's very pathetic. And the Chargers offense is legit. They got Keenan Allen, who I done fucked with since he came out of college. I don't know how Keenan Allen, well, he was hurt coming out of college, out of Cal. That's why he dropped so far in the draft. But Keenan Allen, that's my guy. I fuck with Keenan Allen heavy. I love Keenan Allen. I've been high on him since he came out of the draft. I knew he was going to be great. I was one of the people who was saying the Chargers is not bad because when people was trying to say Phillip Rivers didn't have weapons and shit, I'm like, what are you talking about? He got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. He got a good tight end. That motherfucker just throw a lot of interceptions. That's why they can't win. Anytime the game on the line, Phillip Rivers gonna give it to the other team. That's what he does. So when that motherfucker went to the Colts and people thought he had a better chance with Indy than he did with San Diego or with LA, I was like, what? Bro, the Colts do not have the weapons that the Chargers have. And what's so beautiful is now you get to see that in real time. Because you switch Phillip Rivers out with an actual good quarterback and coach who know how to use his weapons and use his quarterback, and bam. All of a sudden, the Chargers, everybody can see how great that supporting cast is for the Chargers that Justin Herbert got. And like I said, when you Justin Herbert, man, it's a blessing when you can be a rookie and dropped into this type of situation. Because I kept telling people, like, yo, whoever is the quarterback for the Chargers after Phillip Rivers, not going to have a lot to do because they have everything they need already. And mind you, this is before they even had a bad defense. Like, their defense not bad, but it's not good against the run, and it's an average defense. But you got Derwin James, he always hurt. But I think this is going to be interesting for Derwin James, too, because I don't think Derwin James is that great in pass coverage. I'm not saying he bad in pass coverage. Like, he a Jamal Adams type of safety. Troy Polamalu, from the Troy Polamalu mode, where They not really great in coverage. They can make plays in coverage, but that's not what they do. They more of box safeties who come up and hit you. And to Derwin James is like I give him a pass because he done been hurt a lot since he done been in the league. So I can't expect him to still be the same cover safety he possibly would have been before all the injuries. But he's still a good box safety. But I don't think he's like a top safety in the league no more. But maybe by the end of the season that could be different. Joey Bosa is a top defensive lineman in the game. No ifs, ands, buts about it. That's a great player. I love Joey Bosa. He the man. Fuck his brother, but he the man. So Baltimore's line gonna have to be ready for that. I think Andrew Villanueva should be playing. The offensive line been good for Baltimore these last couple. If you watch that Colts game, yeah, Lamar got hit a couple times, but I would damn near say some of the sacks Lamar take, he could escape. He just chooses not to sometimes. Like he just not paying attention to the hole sometimes because he's scanning the field. That would be that, and that's what's funny because people try to tell me that the man can't work from the pocket. Now I'm telling people sometimes that he worked too hard from the pocket sometimes. Like sometimes he should just take off, and the man don't. He takes the sack sometimes when I think he should get loose. But when you go to like MVP Jackson, bro, I ain't complaining or critiquing shit. That's the man. But this gonna be a bomb ass. This game of the week. I don't know how this shit ain't on Sunday night, bro. Like this definitely should be a fucking Sunday. Like I should definitely be hearing that I've been waiting all day for Sunday night type shit before this game come on. That's how I'm feeling. You got two MVP quarterbacks. One is an actual MVP. The other is now in the MVP conversation. And both of them in the conversation this year, because I don't want you thinking that MVP Jackson ain't in the conversation. I'm just saying MVP Jackson has won an MVP. But I like Justin Herbert. Now, I don't like Justin Herbert nowhere near as much as I like, obviously, Lamar or Josh Allen or Derek Carr, really. But actually, nah, he's starting to get on Derek Carr really said something. Derek Carr, funny. Derek Carr is exactly who I always think he is. Just a good dude. But yeah, I like him, but nowhere near as much. Because my favorite two quarterbacks in the NFL right now is easily Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, bro. It's not even close, I don't believe. Like, them two motherfuckers is special. But I think this is going to be a great game because I love Justin Herbert too. And he can do shit with that. Like, if you watched him against Cleveland when they was down, bro, Brandon Staley just kept giving him the ball and letting him do shit, bro. Just kept, when the play would break down, he would get out the pocket. Man, he had a fire fucking throw to Keenan Allen. Oh, bruh. And I said it in the video where I broke down the Chargers in the Browns game because the Ravens didn't play Sunday. So I actually ended up watching that entire game and breaking that shit down. I said it in that video. But late in that game, I believe it was in the fourth quarter, a play broke down and Justin Herbert rolled out to the right. And Keenan Allen rolled out with him. He made such a fucking throw, bro. And Keenan Allen made a fucking catch. Like, bruh, this shit was, it was disgusting. It was disgusting, bro. There's no two ways around it. That shit was nasty. So Baltimore got to be ready for that. Because you got to remember, Cleveland's defense was ranked number 2 coming in the last week. I think they 4 right now or something like that. But they're top 5 defense, and he just lit their asses up. Now, you can't expect, I done said this about Cleveland's defense. They were eventually going to have a bad game. That's just what happens, bro. You can't expect the defense to be great all 16, now 17 games of the season, bro. Motherfuckers get hurt. Motherfuckers get fatigued. Motherfuckers get dinged up. Like motherfuckers ain't playing. Like motherfuckers is out. So you can't expect the defense to be top notch every fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Now some people gonna be like, well, but I mean they still gave up 40-something points. Bro, like I said before, they had a 14-point lead. Even if they allowed the Chargers to get 14 back, the offense of the Browns had to also not do their job for the Chargers to have caught up and take the lead. That's why I don't understand what y'all saying to me right now. Like, I know we want to give Baker excuses, but like I said, I watched that game. Cleveland's best offense was when they ran the ball. They lost the game because Kevin Stefanski decided to stop running the ball. And I can't even truly blame Kevin Stefanski for that, to be honest with you, because he wanted to stay true. He didn't want to just keep hammer. He wanted to keep the Chargers offense, keep them honest. However, no, matter of fact, fuck the however. So I can't be mad because if you go back and watch that game, it was throws that Baker could have made. that he just straight up was missing. Underthrows, underthrows, overthrows, underthrows, bad throws. Like I said it, go watch that game and watch when Baker Mayfield dropped back in the pocket and started doing this little retarded ass bouncing around that he liked to do where he looked like he's scanning the field. Anytime that shit happen, just know something bad is about to happen. Every time he do that, know something bad is about to happen because that's not Baker Mayfield's game. He is not a drop back quarterback who can scan the field. He is a script quarterback, much like Jared Goff. And it's very funny because I already knew he wasn't a legit drop back, read the field type quarterback, but I didn't really know how much he and Jared Goff was alike until this year. Or until I really stepped back and rewatched a lot of their games from the Kevin Stefanski hire, since he done been there more per se. Bro, Kevin Stefanski do a phenomenal job at drawing up the first couple plays of the game. Hell, he do a great job at drawing up the first half, the first 3 quarters of games. Here comes the problem. When you in a close game and you can no longer go off of the script, the defense done buckled down, the other offensive team and their quarterback doing their job. Now it just comes straight up to your quarterback making throws. And Baker Mayfield wasn't able to make them. Every time he in this situation, it goes left. I know y'all saw the final. A lot of people talking about the final drive where he check down, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. I watched the whole game though. So that was just the culmination of what was already happening. And I told you, they lucked up against the Vikings because he missed Odell on a wide open fucking streak up the field that could have won them the game and put it away. The Vikings wouldn't have had even a chance to try to win that game. It would have been over. But Odell missed him. He struggled against the Vikings. And this was so funny to me about when you look at a quarterback like Justin Herbert, where Brandon Staley, great head coach, he gonna win rookie head coach of the year. I love this dude. He remind me of John Harbaugh. He put the game in his quarterback's hand, let him go. The motherfucker went forward on 4th down multiple times. One of them some bitches was a 4th and 7, bruh. Motherfucker had no fear. After the game, he said, my quarterback's a superstar. I put the ball in his hands. That's what you supposed to do. Look at Lamar and John Harbaugh. Lamar, you want to go for this? You want to go for this? Hell yeah, coach, let's go for this. Lamar, we going for this? Hell yeah, we going for this. They trust their quarterbacks. Listen to how they speak on them. Those guys are it. Baker is not. Now, Cleveland fans, you can say I'm hating. You can deny it all you want to, but that's just what it is. I watch these games. I watch Baker play. He alright. He an average quarterback. And that's cool. You can win with that as long as everybody else doing their job. However, when you go up against teams that don't have game managers, like Rob Ninkovich said, then it's not going to work. Because you ain't taking a game manager into Baltimore to beat Lamar. You're not taking a game manager into L.A. to beat the Justin Herbert. You're not taking a game manager into Buffalo to beat Josh Allen. You're not taking a game manager into Kansas City to beat Patrick Mahomes. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Baker's not that guy. And was another thing that's very funny, you probably done heard me re-say this on multiple videos. Why is it that Cleveland Brown fans refuse to give anybody on that team credit for the turnaround? I keep hearing people say we haven't been this good since Baker. That's just not true. It's other people who came in at the same time as Baker, bro, or a year after, that had just as much to do with the success of that team. And now the thing that's holding them back is Baker. I'm pretty sure y'all be hearing Emmanuel Acho on TV capping and shit for Baker, man, giving him excuse after excuse after excuse, bro. Man tried to compare him to Lamar so many times, bro. Lamar just keeps shutting him up time after time. This shit's wild, man. But back to the real quarterbacks, man. This is going to be a great game, bro, I think. Because I really truly believe both defenses about to come out playing like shit. Like, they're going to struggle. So I think it's going to come down to what it always come down. I'm finna hit this blunt real fast. But it's going to come down to what it always come down to in these type of games. And that's a superstar making a superstar play on defense, bro. It's always going to come down to that when you got two defenses that's not really legitimately can stop you all game type defenses. You just want your great players on defense to make a play. Calais Campbell. block punt, away, sack fumble. You want your great players to make big plays in key moments. That's all you can ask for. Joey Bosa, get a key sack at a key moment. Derwin James, make a key tackle or key pick at the right moment. That's what you need. So that's what I think this game. I truly believe this game could come down to a field goal, a game-winning field goal, and they better pray that JT ain't the one kicking that son bitch. Because you can go ahead and head to the locker room with your heads down because Baltimore was winning that game. Now, I'm taking Baltimore to win this game, obviously, but this is the scariest game we done played this year. Even scarier than the Raiders loss because we should have beat the Raiders. This was a scary one. And it wouldn't be scary to me if our defense wasn't so bad because our defense is atrocious to me right now. The linebacking core. To me, we don't put enough pressure on the quarterback up front a lot of the times, but they're getting better at that. I will say that. Wink Martindale addressed. I remember saying that, but I didn't fully explain that. He addressed Patrick Queen and Malik Harris, and he basically said, "Listen, they not reading coverages right. Like they just not reading the other team's coverage right. They slow on cuts. They not getting the plays on time. They not everything. Go listen to what Wink said, and it's basically everything I've said about him, except for in a nicer way, slightly, because it sounds like Wink starting to get a little bit fed up with Patrick Queen and his missed tackling and the bad and like I told you, I've been watching Patrick Queen for the last since he got to us. The man is terrible in coverage. He has gotten worse almost every game in pass coverage. He looked lost in pass coverage a lot of times. And one of the biggest problems I have with Patrick Queen in pass coverage is a lot of linebackers can't keep up with dudes in pass, but they put themselves in good positions to make the tackle immediately, to contest the catch immediately. Patrick Queen is never in that position. Usually Patrick Queen is chasing the guy because he's in bad position, or he just straight up missing because he's in bad position. He don't take good angles. It was a dude on YouTube or on Twitter who broke down why Patrick Queen's struggling right now, and obviously he was being real nice too. So he said it in a nicer way. You know, he said he still got promise and this and that. I told you, I'm past that. You can go listen to them guys if you still want to have faith in Patrick Queen, but I am done trying to act like that man is about to be on this team past his contract. It's no shot. After I heard Wink Martindale's interview, that told me all I needed to know. Wink see exactly what I see. And now that he has said it publicly, the clock is ticking for Patrick Queen. Anytime your defensive coordinator or your offensive coordinator or your head coach call you out and address you publicly, shit gotta change. That means he expecting you to be better now. And if you're not, you're on the clock. It is time to go find a replacement. Now, like I said before, I hope Patrick Queen play better because he a Raven. Why would I not want him to be better? The problem is it don't look like he improving. Game after game after game, he making the exact same mistakes, if not worse. And I don't understand it. How can you continuously be getting worse after making the same mistakes at that? You're supposed to be learning from these. He not. Like he missing, bro. One of the videos I saw break it down was like the reason he missing these tackles is because for one, he take these atrocious angles at guys, and so when he don't have his shoulders and whatnot and his hips flip the right way, he'll immediately try to run that dude down and he'll just get tossed off of him because of bad feet, footing, and all that type shit. Excuse me. Like y'all gotta go check some of these dudes out on Twitter, man, and YouTube. Check these videos out and shit. Because they do a good job at breaking down the film and shit like. And I wish I could do that with this stuff because I can do it. But I don't have rights to the film and shit like that. But, boy, one day I will be able to do that shit. And I'm going to be here. But I'm almost certain Patrick Queen won't be in with the Baltimore at that time. But if he is, then, boy, it's going to be good because that's going to mean he done turned it around. But right now, if he playing the way he playing right now, no shot. Malik Harris might even be a casualty because of how bad this linebacking core. Because I told you, Wink Martindale see exactly what we see. Come on, man. They give up big chunk plays almost immediately because they don't put pressure on quarterbacks. Carson Wentz was cool. He was gliding. The only time we really put pressure is when away he is able to get off the ball so quick, and away he just get better and better and better. That's a dude who you see improving. And the problem when you have a dude as great as away he, it don't matter how good he get off of his ball. If the linebackers give up plays as fast as Patrick Queen and Malik Harris do, it doesn't matter because nobody getting to the quarter. We seen Tom Brady how fast he can get the ball out to not get pressured and shit like that. Now the Brady that we see in Tampa Bay hold on to that bad boy and make plays. Way better Brady in Tampa. Way better. But it's just to me the line. Justin Herbert, running backs. Austin Eckler is a receiving running back. This is man. He licking his chops if he been watching the tape, cause he know. He and Justin Herbert and Brandon Staley know. Yeah, the Ravens linebackers can't cover no damn body. No damn body. Did you see the screen? 74-yard screen that they gave up on Monday night. I mean, it just get worse and worse. One week we getting dragged by a team because we can't tackle them. The next week we just whiffing every single tackle. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's really pissing me the fuck off, to be completely honest with you. Like, how the fuck long we about to be sitting at Baltimore Ravens defense? The Baltimore Ravens defense cannot tackle, bro. You never thought you would be saying some shit like that. We don't put good enough pressure on the quarterback with one guy. Now, like I keep saying, a way he watches a weekly thing. My boy is absolutely balling. He is the rookie defensive player of the year right now, not Micah Parsons. Respectfully. Because I fuck with Micah. But Micah is not the defensive rookie of the year right now. Odafe Owehi has made far more of an impact for Baltimore. He had the sack fumble at the end of the game for the Chiefs that won us that game. He had a sack fumble against the Colts. Like, Owehi has been magnificent for us. Magnificent. He, to me, and so has Micah Parsons for the Cowboys. But you can make a case Trayvon Diggs been better than him. But also but I'm just saying that's not fair because Trayvon Diggs is not a rookie. That's not fair. But it's hard to say somebody else on the defense for Baltimore done been better than Patrick Owehi. That's all I'm saying. Like, you could legit. I mean, I don't know why I keep calling him Patrick Owehi because I'm thinking of Patrick Osweiler, or however you pronounce his name. He played for us too. But Odafe Owehi has been the best defensive player for the Ravens thus far. You can make an argument. Him or Calais Campbell. And it's so funny because I had tweeted something on Monday. I was like, yo, I'm so over this entire fucking Baltimore defense. And but I kept going at Baltimore's defense in tweets, right? Because I love them so much. But I kept mentioning, I had one tweet where I was like, but when I say this, understand it's two people who I'm not talking about on this defense. Away and Calais. And it's funny that later in that game, Calais is one of the dudes who made a play. Like those, see, that's what I'm saying. If you watch these games, you know the dudes on Baltimore who can flip a game for us. And Chuck Clark getting close, but I want to see Chuck Clark play better in coverage because I think Chuck Clark, if he was better in coverage, we wouldn't give up some of these deep plays. Because to be honest with you, we do leave Averett AA on an island a lot. And I'm just saying, this is a dude who would not be starting right now if not for all the injuries. So, like, I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of trust that they got in him, and I got faith in him too, because I think, like I said, he been playing good. But when it comes to this game, I think the success of this team. Now, he will be tested this week, AA, because, like I said, they got Mike Williams, stud. He been playing the best out of all the receivers on their team. He underrated. Nobody talks about him. Don't know why. Keenan Allen. You got the tight. I can't even remember their tight end's name at the moment, but they got a good. It's Jared Cook. They got a great receiving back who can also run if you need him to. So that's a great offense. Good offensive line. Brandon Staley is in tune with his quarterback, and that's one of the most dangerous things when you got a good quarterback with a coach who in tune with him. That's dangerous. The Titans. The fucking Chargers are a problem. This is gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna be high scoring because Now, Baltimore can't start off slow. I'm glad I thought about that. Baltimore cannot start off slow like we've been starting off. If we start off slow against this team, it's going to be a long day to try to fight back with that defense, with our defense, and then they're going to let Joey Bosa just pin his ears back and go crazy. It's gonna be a tough one if we have to fight back. So we got to get off to a we got to get going early, like Lamar said in the press conference. Like with this, we can't be having big leads built up on us and having to fight back every game. That's not a good way to live. Cool, we know we can come back. I never doubted that we could. Like I think one of the stupidest stats I ever see is when people say John Harbaugh was 0-19 when trailing by 19. Bro, please show me the stats for every quarterback when they trailing by 19, or any coach when they trailing by 19 points. Cause I would be very confident in saying that I doubt any of those coaches is above 500 when trailing by 19 fucking points, bro. Like the media just got some goofy ass ways to paint narratives, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But this to me will be the game to watch this week. This gonna be a crazy one because both of these dudes could win MVP this year. I think Lamar MVP just because, and I got an MVP video coming out soon too on who I think the MVP is so far this season. But I'm gonna wait about a week. I'm gonna wait till after this Sunday, bro. I like to try to give motherfuckers enough breathing room. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get the shit out early just to be early and get some views and shit like that. Nah, 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 nah. I'm gonna get it out when I feel like it's a good time. Dudes done put up a lot of numbers and done enough, you know. But if I had to go right now, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'll be taking Lamar because I just think Lamar doing far more with far less than everybody else. Far more with far less. And that's not taken away from nothing and no other quarterback. And what really hurt me is that if I was putting the things up there, I don't think I would have Josh Allen second, even though that's my guy. I think I would have what's my boy, Justin Herbert second. I mean, no, the GOAT Brady second. But man, I'm telling you, this gonna be a good one. This could put up a bunch of points. Now I hope this ain't. I want it to be a blowout. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I want us to beat these dudes soundly. I don't want us hanging around all game. But I just know that's the type of game that's about to be. Because I have absolutely no faith in our defense. I believe our defense will make some stops here and there. But they're not going to make a ton of stops. This is going to be a game that is won by the offense. And Rashad Bateman might be playing this week. Like, he might be active this week. So we might finally see what our Bateman about to do. And from everything I've been hearing, Louis Riddick talk about him. Marquise seemed happy to have. Hey, from everything I done heard, Bateman, the truth, like quoted by Louis Riddick, the truth. Everything I done heard, he a great player. He gonna be the dude when he get there. So I can't wait to see it. But I've been telling y'all, if y'all been following me, I've been saying it. I don't think right now receiver is the problem for the Ravens. It's running back, and also dudes just need to catch the damn ball, like Keyshawn Johnson said. Because if you've been watching, Lamar Jackson hit these motherfuckers. Early in the season, these motherfuckers was dropping a lot of catches. Now, Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown have been superb. Now, Sammy Watkins left the game on Monday. And I haven't heard an update on him. And if an update came out on him, it was smoke break. If an update came out on him, I hadn't paid attention to it yet. So, I'm hoping Sammy Watkins is doing good and he can play. If not, that's just gonna be Devin Duvernay and James Prochet stepping up, boy. And them dudes been stepping up. Like they done made key plays all throughout these games. All throughout these games. Devin Duvernay getting better and better at kick return and shit. It was at one point in time I wanted his ass to be taken off of that. But he been getting better and better. Like, this Ravens team got so much promise. It's just that fucking defense, man. If that fucking defense, and specifically, more specifically, the linebacking core. The linebacking core has to learn how to tackle, has to learn how to get some pressure on the quarterback, learn how to defend and stop something. Just look at all the big plays that happened by the Baltimore Ravens defense this year. It's only by a couple dudes. It's either by somebody in that secondary making a play, or Calais Campbell, or away. It's nothing else you can say that about this defense that's working. I even started seeing people start to discredit Marlon Humphreys because of some of the mental mistakes and shit that he doing. And I would have to agree. He is having a down year to me so far. Now, I went back and looked at some of the tape. Marlo is doing way better in coverage than I was giving him credit for. But when Marlo make a mistake, he really make a mistake. That's the problem with Marlo. When he make a mistake, he really do make a fucking mistake. But other than that, he have been just as good as advertised. Like he done been holding it down. I would damn near say he's starting to lock down whole sides of the field. Dude's really not even trying to test Marlowe that much during games now. Like dudes is rather like Carson Wentz rarely went to Marlowe's side on Monday night. He just attacked the left side and ate double A the whole time. Like he did not try to go at Marlon Humphreys for the majority of the game, and that's big time respect. Cause like I said, people can rag on Richard Sherman all they want to. I watched Aaron Rodgers for a full fucking game not throw it to that man's side one fucking time. Go watch it. It was the Monday Night Fail Mary play. Aaron Rodgers refused to throw the fucking ball at Richard Sherman, bruh. This shit was crazy. I had never seen a quarterback of the caliber of an Aaron Rodgers not throw it to a cornerback one fucking like he didn't even look that way most of the night, bro. Like he was just like Richard Sherman over there. Fuck it, that's not where we going. It is either the middle, running, or the left. They did not try Richard Sherman. That is greatness. I don't care what nobody say about Richard Sherman. After I witnessed that shit, I was like, oh my goodness. That's Aaron Rodgers that refusing to throw it to this motherfucker, man. That shit just changed. It just like I don't know. It did something to me, bro. I saw that game, and that's legit what I was paying attention to the entire game. I was like, yo, this motherfucker really not throwing it to Richard, bro. Like he really not testing Sherm. Like that shit really had blew my mind, bro. That shit really had blew my mind. And Sherm went down tonight with a hamstring injury for the Bucks as they was whooping up on these Eagles. Man, I hope my boy good, man, because that's my favorite cornerback all time. All time, that's my favorite cornerback. But back to Baltimore Chargers. So my prediction for the game, because I done broke down the game and I told you about the defenses. I done told you what I expect to happen, what could happen, what might happen, what should happen, what players can do, how great they done been. Fucking Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, prime time type of game. That's all you need to know. These dudes are it. Listen to me, man. If you a fan of the Cleveland Browns, Minnesota Vikings, the Washington no-name football team, the Giants, go watch this game on Sunday. Fuck what your team doing. It doesn't matter. Now, if you're a Cleveland fan, I know you could be thinking to yourself, oh, we want to go see us play against the Cardinals. Well, you know what? Go watch that. You can go watch that. Because that's another good quarterback in that game that you can watch, and Kyler Murray. I just want you guys to watch this game and watch how two fucking elite quarterbacks who haven't even, Lamar said it this week, I haven't even seen my peak. That's a bar. That's a bar. I ain't even seen my peak. You heard? Bro, go watch this shit. This shit is about to be a highlight factory. A highlight factory. Shout out to Highlight Factory YouTube channel. This is about to be disgusting. This is about to be two young guns swiftly running to their apex is just balling. Lamar Jackson done lost 8 games in his career, bro. That is fucking nuts, man. Lamar Jackson got all type of records. Best completion percentage for a 400-yard passing game. Best completion percentage for somebody who threw over 40 passes. Best he got more yards than like 18 teams in the NFL. He like a second in yards per attempt and runs, and fifth for pass or eighth in pass. Like the motherfucker having an ungodly year. What he is doing for Baltimore, bro. This man can end up throwing for 5,000 yards, 30 plus touchdowns, 1,000 yards running also. How could you not give him MVP if he do that shit? I'm just telling you right now. If this man throw for over 5,000, over 30-something touchdowns, and go for 1,000 plus yards on the ground, he's winning MVP. You can just go ahead and it better be his second unanimous MVP, because if he do that, I don't care what these other quarterbacks, and he get his team to the playoffs. Oh nah. And he had all these injuries. You didn't expect Baltimore to be 4-1. Nah, I did. I expected us to be 5-0, but you know, I'm biased. I'm a Raven fan, so you know. But I'm telling you, this is about to be that game, man. This is about to begin. I went ahead and stopped looking at that Eagles-Bucks game because it was getting a little, man, Jalen Hurts, man, Jesus Christ, man. They roasting him on Twitter right now, and I like Jalen Hurts. I'm a Bama fan, so I've been watching him for a while. But listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I wanted Bama to finally move off of him because I was like, he is not going to win us a championship. Like, if our defense don't dominate and we playing against a quarterback, much like the Baker situation where I say game managers will not beat elite quarterbacks. We couldn't beat Deshaun Watson with Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts was a game manager. And then we take on Georgia, and we about to lose again to another game manager at that. Like, the quarterback we was about to lose to in Georgia was not an elite quarterback. He is a game manager. And then we brought Tua Tagovailoa in that bit. Now, what's funny is a lot of people might be saying, Tua Tagovailoa trash. Hey, I don't know what Tua is yet. Can he get healthy, please? Now, if you want to tell me he injury prone, 1,000%. I agree. He got to find a way to stay healthy. 1,000%. 1,000%. He gonna have to figure something out. Cause the best thing about is something, whatever the availability line is, bro. I can't even think of it right now. But I appreciate y'all. I'm just rambling at this point. I appreciate y'all for joining me, man. Baltimore, the Chargers is going to be taking place at the Bank Sunday, 1 o'clock. Don't forget to tune in and watch that game. And then tune in to watch me later on that night break down that game. You heard? Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I can't remember who playing on Sunday Night Football. But I could either break down the game before that game start or after that game start and combine the breakdowns. I haven't decided yet. We will see. But you definitely can expect a breakdown that same night. So, with all that being said, bruh, whatever your team is out there, man, I hope they're doing good, except if they're the Cleveland Browns. And if you're a Baltimore fan, bro, we lit. And even though I don't fuck with a lot of Bill fans, my boy Josh Allen got his team over there lit too, man. So what's up? But, man, I appreciate you for joining me. I appreciate you for spending some time with me, bro. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to be here. And I appreciate you for that. Saint out.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know, there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps because they know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke. Look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bad talks I put in.